Okay, open up the lantern. Completely not interested. There's Chemister's Insight. Really good in both guilds. That's exactly what both guilds want. Champion is okay, but Selesnya is rather weak. There's Current. There is Healer's Hawk. I think I'll try to play blue, as the two best guilds are probably Dimir and Izzet. So that's what I'm taking here. I'm passing the Direct Current. That's probably the second best card. Then there's a Hawk, Champion, Scout, Stray. So a couple of decent cards, but I think nothing on the power level of the Insight here. Yeah, that's what I'm picking here. Chance of Glory. Instructable, take an extra notice. It's pretty good. However, so this is pretty good. It basically gives you a time walk, and creatures are indestructible, but you die if you don't kill your opponent. It's a short version of it. We Dragonauts, however, is a really, really strong card in Izzet. First of all, it has evasion. Second of all, you can usually pump it 2-3 times in a game, which means that you get extra 6 damage out of it. So definitely something I'm interested here. Other cards that leave it a bit expensive, but it's a hard removal. Nothing else great here. I'd like to give this Chance of Glory a chance at some point. However, I don't think this is gonna be the pick here. So, okay, we are getting reward for picking up Izzet so far. We are getting Beacon Bolt. Rampaging Monument is pretty good in Izzet and also in Boros as well, mostly because these two guilds have probably the highest amount of good playable multicolored cards. But in here I'm picking up the Beacon Bolt as a removal. Adept, probably not what I want. Phantasm doesn't work very well in Izzet. You only can usually pick up like maybe 2-3 Surveil cards. However, Electromancer is at a premium. It is both in a control version as well as in the aggro version. And as you can see, this is the 3rd out of 4 card that is multicolored, which is exactly how Izzet plays and turns out usually. Okay, there is Stroke, which is I really like to play like around 2 counters in an Izzet deck, in the aggro version even. Mostly because Izzet, once you play your spells, your creatures are usually pretty cheap, and once you play them out, you basically go over the top your opponent, and the only thing that your opponent can do is cast some powerful spells, and Stroke for a very cheap mana handles that. In here I have a choice between Capture Sphere and Stroke. I think I will be taking first Stroke over Capture Sphere for an aggressive Izzet. However, I'd rather have a first Sphere over second Stroke, especially that Stroke is something that I can pick up later. There's also some other counter spells I might pick up. That being said, Stroke is probably one of the better counters that you can have because of how cheap it is. The other one is probably the one that deals damage. And the third one is the one that surveils. At least that's how I would rate them. At the moment I have only 2 creatures, and Punch probably is not going to be good enough. Also, Punch is something I can pick up much later. And here I have a Goblin, or is it the Guildgate? I think I'll pick up Goblin. It seems I'm more of a aggro version at the moment, other than the control version. I don't have any Hypothesis. Okay, this is pretty late Legionnaire. However, I'll be picking here a Guildgate and be pretty happy with that. As you can see, the casting costs is it needs some Guildgates be able to cast spells it has. Lantern on Locket. I don't think Lantern is something I want. Locket is like drawing cards might be useful, probably not, but this is the more likely card I will draft. I will play. Okay, I'm not that one with Locksmith. I'll pick up the cover up here. Altitude is okay. Over the crab here. Adept, nobody wants it. I don't think I want second Locket, and might be playing a control deck, in which case I might splash this. I mean, play this just to mill my opponent. As you can see at the moment, most of my, well, all but one card, these two cards, the Goblin and Locket, are blue. It does, however, power some abilities of my opponent's side, like Jumpstart and Undergrowth. However, I don't think it is such a problem. Okay, here we have a choice of either Sprite, which provides a consistent source of damage, because you can attack every turn, or Disappearance to be able to interact better with the board, or Informant to dig a bit deeper and provide defense. I think I prefer the Sprite here. So it's funny how you compare the Narcomoeba and Sprite. They have the same cost. Sprite is one more toughness, and the abilities, this doesn't come up often enough, I think, and this is very consistent source of card advantage as well. Well, semi-card advantage. You don't get extra cards, however, you get card selection. You get card advantage if you put some Jumpstart cards into graveyard, although that's more of a card quality advantage rather than card advantage. Yeah, I'll be picking up the Sprite here. So I have a Watery Grave foil here. I don't think it's worth a huge amount. Crater Marker is great. Let me check. This is almost 2 tickets. I think I'll pick up the Crater Maker. So usually this is just a removal, and it does its job pretty well. Sometimes you manage to blow up something bigger, like the Gargoyle or something like that. Okay, for Izzet, I think I'll be taking the Sure Strike here. For with Dragonauts, this is 5 extra damage, so this is basically 2 mana Lava Axe if you have Dragonauts. So definitely a good pickup here. I wouldn't mind getting a second cover up. However, I don't think Mustrike is something that the Izzet wants to do. Maybe I'm not playing aggressive Izzet because I'm not getting a lot of payoffs here. Yeah, I'm getting another of the spheres. So I might be turning into more controlling, but then I need some good finishers. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pick them up here in time. In here we have Leapfrog, definitely better than Musedrake. I'm not seeing a lot of Izzet cards or like multicolored cards, so it's possible we're getting cut from the left. Yeah, Leapfrog definitely better than Musedrake in this deck. You have another Electromancer. Okay, so maybe there wasn't anything coming. As much as I like removal, like Command the Storm, I think I cannot pass the Electromancer here. It's so powerful once you, for example, let's say you have 2 of them out and you cast Committed Insight for 2 mana. Or plenty of any other cards, like Devious Cover Up becomes a counter spell, and so on. So I could pick up the Mage here. I already have Sure Strike and Maximize Altitude. They both work really well with it, and it also allows me to lower my curve, which is definitely the direction I'd like to go. Leapfrog is pretty good, don't get me wrong, but I think the mage is much cheaper and that makes it better. Okay, in here is between the sergeant, which is probably not where you want to be with Izzet, or the goblin, which is actually pretty serviceable. Okay, I can have second chance at Narcomoeba or Devious Cover Up, number 2. I'll pick the rare. B2. Might be Maniacal Rage or Gravitic Punch. At the moment, I have only Wee Dragonauts that triggers Beam Splitter Mage maybe as well. Yeah, I can see that happening, maybe. If I manage to pick up some other cards like the Piston Fist Cyclops or the rare Cyclops that gets power equal to the casting cost. It's also fun because with Punch it gets much better once it costs less mana, and the 2 Electromancers might make it cheaper. It's great, of course, with a mage because you can punch with 2 creatures just with 1 card, so that's 2 extra damage. It gets the Leapfrog into the air and deals 3 damage, so at the moment I have 21 cards. I probably don't want to play this Adept because it doesn't do enough, I think. I don't have any... Well, I can cast Gravitic Punch as an instant speed, but I don't think that's good enough to warrant a place in the deck, especially that this is at the moment my most expensive spell. There's 1 more pick left, and then we're going to pack 3. At the moment the deck is a bit underpowered. It has some removal in the capture spheres, some reasonable creatures, but they are pretty small and not impactful enough in the combat. I hope just pick up some other stuff here. Okay, we have a choice here of Frenzy, which is great, or Mystic, which is absolutely amazing in Izzet because of how dense your deck is with spells. Honestly, I'm not sure which one is better here. I think it's probably Mystic because if you create like 3 or 4 tokens in a game, you're so far ahead that... And also it's a great defender, so if you do that, you are so far ahead that your opponent will not be able to come back, especially the fact that later on in the game, any land you draw becomes a jumpstart card, so that's even more sorceries instants, so it's absolutely perfect for Izzet. It's also great in the mirror. You can usually get like two tokens or something like that, and that's usually enough. Also, it does exactly what Dimir wants, basically stopping the attacks. So that's a good pickup there. We have here a rare. The explosion part is really good with Electromancers, obviously. So we have a choice here. That's quite deep pack for us. We have Expansion, Exploration, Insight, Cyclops. Even Bodyguard is serviceable because of how many 2-power creatures this deck plays. However, I'll be getting the rare here. And probably not playing the Adept. So I'll move it away. I have a chance of picking up Notion Rain here if I wanted to splash. But I think I'd rather have the second Altitude here, even though Rain is probably one of the best commons. But I don't think I can pass a card that I'll gladly play for a card that I might splash. Okay, we got a second We Dragonauts, and once again, pretty deep for us. There's also Fire Urchin, which is okay. Mesmerist, which is alright as well, because of how many 2-drops my deck has. It's good because it allows them to attack through one creature usually. But I'll be picking the Dragonauts here, and I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, I'll pick up the removal here, which is going to be great with Electromancers. It's either Disappearance or Bodyguard here. I have to start cutting some cards, so probably not Locket, maybe not Cover-Ups. So do I need more creatures? I have 11 creatures. These all are smaller. Dragonauts are also smaller. So I might pick up the Bodyguard here. If you put a counter on Dragonauts, it's pretty good. Okay, I need some fixing, and I already have enough playables. So gladly pick up the Guildgate here. Once again, we're seeing very late Legionnaire. Going from my right. So it is possible that Boros was open. I'll pick up Adept here, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it. It's, I guess, good with Bodyguard because you can pump your We Dragonauts or some other creatures that are very impactful at the same time that you actually don't let the Bodyguard die. It would be nice to pick up like one more removal, like Beacon Bolt. I don't think I can hope for it though. I think it's a pretty early pick, and since the Izzet was not coming as I thought it might be, it's probably there's probably someone to my right, like 2 or 3 seats away from me, that drafts Izzet. So at the moment I have 24 cards. I have to look for a cut. It's either... Okay, so Boros is definitely open. I'll get the crab here. That's probably the card that are most likely to sideboard in. I don't think I'm going to be main decking here. I have already one 5 toughness creature, and I'm playing pretty aggressive here. But the fact that Extra Fire Captain is there is definitely a signal that Boros was open. I wish I knew. I didn't see him at the very beginning. Okay, so as for cuts, the choices here are either the Graphitic Punch or the Adept, I think, or one Goblin. I think I might cut the Goblin at the moment. I have enough 2-drops already, and I think the Adept is going to be a bit better in my deck. Although I'm playing aggressive. I don't think I'm cutting the Punch. It might allow me to get the last couple of damage. Oh, that's a gift here. Cyclops is great, especially with maximize altitude. Yeah, definitely picking up here. So maybe there's going to be one more card that's going to wheel from the other pack that had a couple of playables. Sergeant, probably not, even though it's not horrible, especially if you like cast maximize altitude on it. Maybe for that reason I should be picking it up here and try to go with it a little bit in the air, and works great with Gravitating Punch. I might consider it, yeah. So probably not at that. I'm not sure about Nightveil Sprite, though. The 1 damage a turn might work out pretty well, and the fact that I can surveil the jumpstart cards into graveyard. Okay, so this is the other pack. Wave is something I might consider against like a Boros. So it's a pity that the capture spheres are not instant sorceries. So that's definitely downside of this card. Yeah, I'm not sure about these cards. They don't do what I want to do very well. At least the Sprite doesn't do. Sprite is not a very aggressive card. I don't have many surveil interactions. I have to cut 2 cards. I have to lay down the curve to see how it looks, just the creatures. I definitely wanted to maximize altitudes with the Mage and Cyclops and the Bodyguard and Sergeant, so that's definitely what I'm looking forward to. As for the rest, yeah, I need to cut 2 cards. I don't think I can play 16 lands. I have these expensive spells here. This is basically a fork for a 4 or less for the 2 mana. I think it's okay. If I manage to short strike, copy, that's 3 extra damage. With Dragonauts, it's 5 extra damage. Okay, so what we have here is pretty aggressive. I have at the moment, if I cut 2 of these 3, I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops. Yeah, that's definitely enough. So question is, which ones are better? I think I'll take the Sprite. Mostly because this gets, although it's really difficult to block them. Yeah, it's really difficult to block the goblins. Yeah, so now the question is, do I want to play the goblins or not? And if so, over what? Definitely not Creator Maker, definitely not over these, because this one works with 1, 2, 3, 4 cards of mine. I remember the draft I had this with a quasi-duplicate. That was insane. Yeah, I think I'll take the Sprite out and apply one of the goblins. This pushes damage a bit more. Maybe the way I will be doing this is going to be I'll be playing the goblin on the play, Sprite on the draw, as the goblin can get blanked much easier. Also, if I'm going to play against like a lot of 2/5s like the crabs, I might get rid of the goblin. Yeah, so I'll do this. Sort by color. Okay, we're pretty even. We have 2 guild gates. So 8, 7, 8 islands, 7 mountains. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm on the draw. I'm missing a red mana. However, I have a couple of draws to pick it. I have stroke for anything insane that might be happening. I think I'm gonna keep this here. Not ideal, but all I need is just 1 mountain. I have quite a few of them in my deck. Okay, here we go. I might first play Goblin, the Ornery. They're all goblins except for the Beam Splitter. Okay, what's going on there? Discovery, okay. So playing against the Dimir. I'll play Goblin next to an Electromancer, and I have Disdainful Stroke mana. I also have a Leapfrog here. In which case, I'm not sure which I'm gonna cast. It might be just a Leapfrog. Guildgate. I think I attack. here. And play the leapfrog to show my opponent I'm serious. I don't think my opponent is gonna be attacking here. If he is, I probably block. No, he does not attack. Okay, I could cast. So what kind of tricks he might have? He might have the bounce. I think I'll just set up myself only, so cast the Electromancer, or yeah, Electromancer, because I can then call the stroke open. I'll attack with the Goblin here. Keep the leapfrog at bay. Agent. Sure, if that's what he wants to do, I'll gladly trade. But I don't think he's gonna. Oh, he might just to be able to draw a card here. Yeah. He wants to draw a card. I'm fine with that. And I'll pass the turn. So with the mage and 2 altitudes, it might get pretty insane because all my creatures will have flying. Okay, something big. No. Answer is no. No flyers for you. I think I'll cast one of the altitudes and swing in for the 6 here. My opponent still has 5 cards now, but I have flying army here, and if he just doesn't do anything, it's gonna be really bad for him. He's not even attacking. Wow, it's not like he's gonna be blocking, I'm afraid. This is for 9. Okay, he has something here. Capture sphere. Okay. That's for 6, and next turn I can do another 6. Even if he discards the card, it has jumpstart. He probably has another capture sphere, I assume. But I don't think I can play around that. He might have a bounce as well, but I'm fine with that. Yeah, I think I just attack. Okay. Got there. So against Dimir, I haven't seen any high toughness creatures. Goblin is just trading. He had like 2/3/2s. I don't think, or maybe I do want the sprite there. Although no, I think I'm fine training up with the Goblin. wave. No, it's good if opponent has lots of 1 toughness creatures, but I haven't seen any. I think my opponent didn't show me enough for me to even try to sideboard here. I might just sideboard in the sideboard blind here. The counters. He has a 3/4 flyer, so Command the Storm will be probably good. Bodyguard gets blocked by his 3/2s. He had 2 of them and a 3/4 flyer, so or no, it's pretty good with altitude. Sure Strike, Goblin. Maybe I should go a bit. No, I think I'll just don't play this. I think it's good. Let's see what. Maybe I'll see some other cards that I might want to sideboard for game 3 if I lose. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Dragonauts into Bodyguards. I hopefully will draw one of the 2 drops. Because I have at the moment 1 or 3 drops, sadly. Since I don't have any spells, I might actually play Leapfrog as a first one. Although, no, I think I want Bodyguard to be able to pump the Dragonauts. Yeah, same one. I'm drawing mono lands. I might play the Leapfrog in order to prevent my opponent from attacking here. And if he attacks, I gladly trade. Okay. I'll take it. He draws a card, sadly. Three for flyer, maybe? No. Opponent doesn't do anything. He might have the rare flash creature, but I don't think I can play around the rare. I think it costs only 5 mana. He might also have destroy creatures with 3 or less casting cost, which is really good against Izzet, but I don't think I can play around that either. My draw doesn't develop anything. Okay, probably doesn't have it because he played the 3/2 here. I maybe will play 1 more land. I don't think I need more. Agent, sure. Card advantage, however, it might be just a bit too slow. I think I'll gladly trade the Bodyguard for Agent here, so I'll attack with these 2. I can cast this for 3 at the moment. That's probably reason to play more lands. Well, at least play lands. Not necessarily more. Yeah, Dragonauts. It's getting beefier here. I think I'm fine trading here. Yeah, I think I just pass here. Just pass the turn. No rush. I probably will shoot this for 4. And what is the target player? Draws cards. So this is reduced by 1. X is currently 4. That's correct. Okay, done. Hopefully no counter spells. Oh, he does. Okay, too bad. But I am attacking for 4 here. It's interesting he kept the stroke in his deck. I don't have a lot of high casting cost spells in my deck. So the 4 toughness on this card is pretty important because it lives through the 3/4 blocker. However, he played the 5/4 in here, sadly. Okay. Good news. It doesn't pump my Dragonauts, but still, I'll be happy here to attack for 2. My opponent has 1 card in hand. He probably last turn drew this. So my guess is he has a land in hand. Okay, I'll be taking here. He must have a surveil card, probably the 3/2 flash. Yep. Okay. Discard the swamp. Well, surveil the swamp. Draw a card and another agent. Okay, we have a race here, I think, on our hands. And I'm drawing cards that don't race very well. That's 7 damage. I have a couple of good draws here, like Gravitic Punch, which will be for 10 damage with the Dragonauts, because I can cast it twice. First time it's gonna be for 4, second time gonna be for 6. I have Sure Strike. Let's attack for 7. Okay. I'll take less damage. That's good news, but he's gonna draw 2 cards. Hopefully will not draw any answers for my Dragonauts, as at this moment it's my only chance of winning this game. I don't think I can jump here because I need to this Electromancer in case I draw Maximize Altitude, because it offers additional 3 damage. Okay, I'm on 16, so not the worst, but my opponent has 3 cards in hand. Okay, I have plenty of lands here. Bounce on my Dragonauts would be really devastating. No. That's pretty early for this. I would keep it for next turn. But worth to note, he's gonna be bouncing the campaign to hand here. Okay, I'm not drawing very well here. I have to try to keep attacking here. I have plenty of good draws. I just need to draw something other than lands. I drew 10 lands, 11 lands already. So my opponent has a lot of small creatures. Two big ones is a 3/4 and a 5/4. I'm just looking now in case I'll have to sideboard. Yeah, sure. My opponent drew significantly more cards in this game. He's on 12, now I'm on 23. A 3/4 flyer probably. No, Drake. Drake saves him one turn, I think, if I draw something reasonable. I don't think he can attack with the agent here, because I can attack with Electromancer into the Drake. Sure, so I just take 4, now drawing cards. That's the best play he had for 5 mana. I think I'm happy. Obviously. I think I attack here. There's a chance he doesn't block. Okay, he did block. I'll pass the turn here. Mystic, that's very annoying, as it can block my Dragonauts. I take 4. Okay, I'm not winning this game at this point. My opponent has 1, 2, 4, 7, 9 power. Well, I can still maybe somehow. I'll play one more turn, but I don't think I'm winning this with the 13 lands I drew. So there's 4 lands left in the deck out of 21. It's pretty land heavy. Rat, sure. I have plenty of lands here for you, sir. My opponent doesn't have great attacks here. He can attack with the agents. I might have to let them through. I'm not win. Am I winning if I think I have to let them through, because if I draw the punch, I don't want them to die to some kind of stuff. And if I draw a punch, this is the only way of me winning, I think, at this point. The Gravitic Punch. More agents. Okay, so my opponent is Mono Surveil. Okay. It's very... let's say I block 2 biggest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. My opponent will attack with everything. Okay. Let's go to game 3, where I draw correct amount of lands. I don't think I want cover-ups. The creatures are rather small. I might play the crabs, although it doesn't kill the 2/3s. You know what kills 2/3s? Goblin kills 2/3s. Maybe I'll play one more goblin then. And cut the... I had also insight as a win condition. That game. I'll cut the bodyguard, I think. Yeah, let's try it this way. It's a bit more aggressive, and also I have a creature I can actually trade for the agent. Pretty cool picture. is. 1 lander. It's 4 lands, but at least I have all the colors and something to play. I don't think another land here. Probably first play Goblin. First of all, allows me to attack. Second of all, my opponent has the -1/-1 to all creatures. So maybe playing 2 goblins not great, but here I am. Okay, I can get through damage. Getting damage through, very happy. Next turn I have mana for the storm. I have to keep it for either the 1/5 that produces tokens, or one of the flyers, the 3/4 or the 5/4. One has a bounce, I assume. If he's thinking here, or maybe he's just away from the computer. Bounce, yeah, okay. I'm fine with that. Probably opponent needs to slow me down a bit. Might have a really slow hand. Although I imagine that now it's going to be the 2/3 played. No, he has a 3/2 maybe. I'm fine trading with it. The Goblin. Especially considering he has that -1/-1 card in his deck. Yeah. I have many more better creatures the agents could be trading with. Like the Cyclops, for example. Okay. If he plays the 1/5 now, it's going to be perfect for my Commander Storm here. No, agent. And he did have a land, so. That is interesting. I think I might play it and trade with it. I was thinking for a moment for killing it with a Commander Storm, but this is actually put counter on the Electromancer here. So it might be even better. My opponent is priced into trading here, which might disrupt his plans of drawing cards with it. I don't think he can just not block. I don't think there's a single black surveil for 1 black. Yeah. That's its job. Okay, I have this command, the storm here. At the ready. I think I'll play 1 more land, so the mountain here. Once again, I'm drawing a lot of lands. That's 7 lands already, and 4 non-lands. Is it 2/3 again? No campaign, okay. Another land heavy hand, sadly. Okay, I'll be able to draw 3 cards here. I could do it now to make sure I do not get countered, but I think I'd rather wait for a chance to do something good with it, especially that my opponent is at the moment. I have a decent attacker here, so my opponent has to do something first. And if he starts to dawdle with the disinformation campaign, it might end really bad for him. He can't even play the 3/4 here. probably has a 3-2 guy. I don't think I can attack here because of the 3-2 surveil. And he might have disdainful stroke. I think he has 2 of those agents, so I think I pass here. I'm happy with that, doing that. And once my opponent taps out, I probably will explosion. Yeah, okay. Correctly played here. If my opponent taps blue for this on his turn, I can, in response, explosion this guy. Hopefully this doesn't draw a second blue mana. If he does, I might even consider discarding the stroke, just play it on the safe side. Okay, there we go. This player will draw cards. And then that's for 3. And I will discard the... Wow, that's a tough one. They're all really good. So what am I afraid of? I'm afraid of those big flyers. So I have to keep the stroke. And between all these, I think I don't like Crater Maker here. Next turn I'll play Mystic and keep stroke open. Sure. Doesn't impact the board. Well, he bounces the Deformation Campaign again. Not much I can do about that. My opponent has plenty of cards, but is losing anyway. At least it appears so. Okay, that's gonna be... That might be a reason to play actually the Dragonauts here instead of the Mystic, because next turn I'll be able to kill my opponent with the Dragonauts. Okay, so let's attack here. Okay. It's good he cast this now, not when in response to my punch. That would have been painful. And I'll keep this stroke open. I hope he taps out for something big, like the 5/4 flyer. That would be ideal. Then I can kill him from afar. Because it would be double punch for 8. If he turtles still, I'm also happy. Okay, that's something I can counter. Sphere. Does this matter? I think it might if he has something else to answer my Dragonauts here. It might matter, so I'd rather counter it here. If he plays the campaign, I'll discard Mystic and win. Okay, he keeps mana open. He might have the 3/2 flash guy. Or the bounce. Interesting. Does he have a 3rd agent in his deck? So I can't play the punch because maybe I just attack here. I sure strike this. If he casts bounce on this, I punch him for a lot. Yeah, I think I attack with both. And sure strike this if he doesn't block. Okay, he has dazzling lights. Then I will sure strike this guy for 1 red. That's gonna be 6 damage, and then I can punch with it. There's no removal for 2 black, I think. So casting sure strike on this was a playing around the bounce, because then this would be a 3 power, it would be down to 6, and I cast this once, and that would be not enough, but a plenty. Okay. Target creature you control damage, just like player to be dealt damage, and 2 mana here. Okay, that's round 1. My opponent had a lot of card advantage. However, didn't have anything on the board. Wasn't affecting the board enough. Okay, that's a pretty good draw here. Electromancers into Insight. And I'll have perfect mana with the Guildgate here. Most likely Boros would be my guess. Okay, second Goblin Electromancer. The Insight is gonna be insane. I might even attack with a sure strike if my opponent plays a good enough creature there. Okay, kills it. Sure, makes sense-ish. If he uses this again, at least I'll be able to play the Sergeant. Yeah, I think he's color screwed, so he's priced into this. Okay, he has white. Okay, I'm passing here and casting Insight at end of turn. It would be nice to cast the Sergeant on the empty board at some point. Okay, Mystic is good. Especially that my opponent used up already the removal. Sergeant will be good with the Graffiting Punch, if it gets to that. I think I will block it. If he has a short strike, that sucks. Maybe I don't block it then. I think I have to block it here. Well, I don't have to, but I want to block it, I think. Okay. Something big. I probably capture sphere this. Okay, he has intervention. Well, at least I'll be able to play with this attack the Sergeant and provide same clock as my opponent has. And with all the cards I have in my hand, it might be even better. I play a land here. Next turn I can short strike this and punch. That's for 14. If my opponent doesn't do anything. Okay, he's aggro. Okay, recruit, that's pick and bolt and dead. I could maximize altitude as well, but I think that's a waste. I now have pick and bolt for 1. I have still 4 cards in hand, my opponent has only 1. He might leave now this for defense and the 6 mana as well, in the hope that he will be able to block, but then I'll altitude and pick and bolt it anyway. Okay, he's going all in. Sure. Bodyguard, it cannot block. If I draw a land, I have a lethal, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 5, 7. So that's lethal, unless he has 2 damage to attacking or blocking. It will not work with the maximized altitude. What else he can have for red and white? I don't think there is anything at instant speed that he can do. There is no bounce in these colors. That's 16. And that is the power of Izzet. Okay, my opponent is playing tiny goblins or boros. Crab is great, obviously. Definitely playing goblin over the flyer. I might not play one sphere. I think this is gonna be good. That's a mediocre hand. However, once I draw a creature, the bodyguard with altitude might be good. So I'll keep it on the draw. That's enough lands already. Goblin would be good. Nope. Another 2-drop, sadly. Yeah. Okay, my opponent doesn't have lands. If he attacks for 6 next turn, I'll be able to attack with these 2 back at him. And then I do the same trick with the sergeant and punch. Let's hope he doesn't play anything. Okay, Urchin. That is not lethal still. And can I win this game if I don't attack? I don't think so. Okay, he takes it. He must have an instant on sorcery, I guess. Gets +2/+2. Okay, that's really bad draw on my side. So I think I keep this. I might maybe get rid of the second sphere. I haven't seen a single creature that I want to block here, and play the goblin instead. Especially on the play. Yeah, that's a good keep. I'm gonna play a 2-drop. I'll be taking the 2 here, sadly. Explosion for 1 on this. Sad. Okay, bodyguard. He has to attack here. No? Wow. Doesn't want to trade, I see. It's odd, to be honest. Cast this. And this, and I'll attack with 1. So I'll be always falling behind the recruit here. So I can cast it in 2 turns on this guy. He takes me for 6. I can attack him for 7 with the altitude. Or I might attack with the sergeant. I think I'd rather have a sergeant with maximized altitude. Sure. I think I do play the sergeant here and attack. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He can deal to me next turn. Wow. So what do I do here? I can kill the banneret. Swing in for... I can kill the banneret with this. Or I can maximize altitude twice. I can just play the sergeant, not attack. It's probably the safest bet. Kill the banneret, attack for 6. He goes to 13. Next turn I play sergeant and altitude. That's 5 and 8 and 9. 5 and 6, 11. That's not enough. Yeah, 5. and 6. That's 11 and 1 for mentor. That's 12. I can go to get him to 1. I don't have enough mana to cast Altitude twice. I could cast Altitude, copy it, and Altitude. That's 3 spells. That's 6. And 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I have him almost dead. Almost is not exactly dead. Is he killing me next turn? If I kill the Banneret. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 from Mentor. I go to 5 and he gains 3 life. So I attack him for 6 here. He goes to... No, that's not going to be enough with this. I think I just play the search. Or I think I want to make him pump before combat. But if he has a pump, then I'm dead anyway, so... Do I kill it now? Swing in for 6. I think I just have to block here. I might copy spell. Wow, this is a puzzle here. I can altitude, and copy the altitude. That's 3 spells. 6, 12, 13, 14, 17 damage. But then he kills me, I think. Right. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 15. Yeah, he kills me. He was just on board. So I think I just have to hope to price him into activating the Banneret. And hope he does not have the pump. If he does, I can always jump. But I'm not winning this game, I think. My opponent came out too fast out of the gates. But it's impressive I can deal 17 damage. Makes my opponent pause. I can do a lot of trading here. I can make them 3 threes. Okay, he just attacks. I might kill one of those soldiers that will be being mentored. Maybe that's how I win this. And block the other one. take 6 here. I don't think I can. I could attack maybe with 1 next turn, the Sergeant. Okay, what's going on there? Pump, probably. Sure. Then I definitely trade here. Mystic. I just trade them. That's really disappointing. So this did not get the counter from Mentor. I think I try to start to stabilize with this. I think I stake 6, go to 8. So I can Mystic, or 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I Mystic and maximize altitude on this and fly in. This creates a token that I can block something. I think I played the gate here because I need to be able to Sergeant and altitude in 1 turn if I wanted to. For next turn, possibly. To swing in 4, 2, 4, 4, 9. Or 10 if I attack with the bird as well. Maybe this game is not lost yet. Depending what my opponent has in hand. He might not have any attacks now if he just doesn't have anything. Okay, I'll be trading the bird for the Venerate. So definitely here. As for this, I can either go here to kill it, or here to save damage. If I block here, I'll take 5, go to 3. He might have the deal 2 damage to a creature. So to any target, and then I die. So I need to be more than 4. So I can take at most 3 damage. So I have to block here and take the 3 over there. And then he has to kill the Mystic most likely. Direct current it is, I think. The card I'm talking about. Okay. Direct current. Yeah. So I have to leave stuff on defense now, sadly. And I have to chump this guy because of the direct current. He might direct current into 4, and then I take 3 and this dies. Yeah, I think this game is over, unfortunately. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can deal 10 damage. Maybe my opponent will not notice it or try to play around something if I give him the option. Direct current this guy. Yeah. A pump here would be great. I could block this and take 4, I guess. Okay, that might actually do something. I can kill this guy. And then I can kill this guy. Wow. Would be funny if I could win this. And kill this guy. I wish I could attack, but I can't, sadly. Okay, my opponent is 24, I'm on 1. Boar. So I trade here, I think. It would be silly of opponent not to attack here. Okay, so this definitely even lives. My opponent was full of gas. Well, I have to. Electromancer. Too little too late. Okay, thanks for watching.